If you're interested in learning about how I list book lots on eBay, scale, notebook, then watch this video and see what I do. Let's go. These are the books that I'm going to be listing, except for those. Those are individual books, but the rest of these piles are lots. Book lots for eBay. There's like 30 plus, 32, 33. Anyway, there's a good amount. And so I'm going to fly through those, just boom, just fly through them and show you how that's done. They're going to go here, be photographed. The scale is going to be here, going to weigh it, jot it down in the notebook. Boom, there they are. They're going to be jotted down in that notebook. Whoop, whoop, and weighed there. And then I will go home and eat some food and start listing them. Let's get started. Actually, before I get started, let me share with you my little space here. So basically, I'm just going to be storing them here in the corner of the room. I don't have any shelving set up or tables set up for them. I do have some tables here, but eventually I will be storing them in some better fashion. But I will be keeping them here in the warehouse so that I don't have to keep them in my garage or in my house because here I have space. So I will list them. Ideally, I will list most of those today, if not all of them, ideally all of them, but I might not get to all of them, so I might have to list the rest that are left over at the beginning of next week. And then I will photograph and list all those individual books. And I do have a few, here I will show you, I have a few CD lots here on the floor as well. Not too many, just a few left there. And I've got, those are all individual books. And then I've got this Civil War cards thing, and I've got this whole Highlander VHS tape set. And then I've got, these are Kodak carousel slide trays. I'm going to list those. And this is a whole nother situation here of old school films that I'm going to have to deal with at some point here. And that's really it. So that's kind of the deal of what I'm going to do. But today's Friday, June 13th, I believe. Is it June 13th? Sorry, June 12th. Sorry, it's not 13th. It's not Friday the 13th, Friday the 12th. And I'm going to try to finish all of those books today, all those book lots, get them up there today. If not, probably finish them off on the weekend by Monday. I have a sale in the warehouse to sell as much of this stuff that's here as I can on Friday and Saturday of next week. So I want to get all of this stuff listed so it's done, and all I'm going to deal with is the upcoming sale. And you know what? I forgot something else I have to list too. Check it out. Vinyl records. Look at all those vinyl records. Just those here. Not too many, but those take a little bit of time. So here's two examples of two different types of book lots. A bigger hardcover book lot, James Patterson book lot, and two pamphlets, booklets. So these are clearly going to be photographed in different ways. This one I'm not going to stack up here like these. I'm just going to lay them out like so, and just take pictures of the front without the sticker, of course, the back. And then sometimes what I'll do if it has little tears or something, well, not sometimes, if it has tears, I will take pictures of those. This one has a bit of a rough corner there and here. So I'll take pictures of those, and then I'll just open them to the front here. This one actually is loose, so I had to take a picture of that it's loose. And I think it's actually just comes like that. They're all like that. Well, not all of them, but some of them. Anyway, so then I take some pictures of like the copyright page and maybe a few pictures inside of the pages, because these are unique types of booklets or pamphlets. But James Patterson, I'll take a picture of in this way, you know, to see the spines, and then I'll do like a side angle like that, so people can see that there's not a bunch of writing or stains or tears or whatever along here. And I'll do another one like that so they can see both sides. And then I'll just do the covers. You know, I'll just lay them all out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll just lay them all out like this. 3 and 3. And take a picture like that, snap, do the back cover. And then with these, I just took pictures of the copyrights. There's actually one that's signed, I didn't know until I opened it up. I don't always do the the copyrights, but figured out how to do it this time. I'll do it with some of these, not always with the newer ones, but sometimes I'll do it anyway. So I've already photographed like 6 or 7. Let's keep it moving. Also, I am doing fiction and nonfiction book lots. If you have enough from an author, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, it's good to do a book lot. I would say it depends on the author. There's going to be a wide variety here, but the more the better, generally speaking. I would try to do half a dozen or more for a fiction author. Sometimes it's better to do 10 or 12 or 15 or 20. It just depends on whether they're hardcovers, whether they're trade paperbacks, whether they're mass market paperbacks. If they're all older, though, they're like 20, 30, 40 years older, they're more vintage, not antique, but vintage type of collectible books, then you don't necessarily need that many. But a lot of times, the more the better. It just depends. Here I've got James Patterson. I've got this woman here, Anne McCaffrey, and there's some from her. These are a little bit older books. Whoa, wow. Cleaned up that mess. These are religious themed books by author or a certain series. These are actually union pamphlets or booklets. So I'm putting those together. And this one here is the American Heritage Book of the Presidents and Famous Americans. It is a book lot, a series. So I have 7 of those. So yeah, I touch all different types of topics. Doesn't matter if it's a series, if it's a genre, or if it's by a certain author. Put them together in a lot. I also like to line them up really neatly. Maybe this is my OCD, but I like them to be either centered or lined up along the side, and so that they're all even here, and so it looks pleasing to the eye. This could just be my issue. I don't know if it actually helps sales, but I just think it looks a lot neater this way. And then when I put them out, lay them out with the covers, I make sure they're all lined up perfectly, or as perfect as I can. So that's something that I like to do. I just don't like them just tossed over there or randomly put together. As I said before, I have a variety of topics that I am putting together in book lots. I was able to receive some donations of books about Native Americans, American Indians. And so I put this lot together. This is a variety of different tribes. I didn't have enough to create one lot for one particular tribe, so I put a bunch together, and hopefully somebody will be interested in that. These are some cool books, though. I mean, if you're into that, if that's your thing, or you study that topic, then I would imagine that would be pretty cool. A lot of these are much older books as well. This came from a personal collection of someone who had passed away and who was a professor. This one I've never heard of mandala. These are mandala books, I guess. Celtic mandala, and this is Celtic Messages, which look similar, so I'm putting those together. These are writing books about writing. Clearly, writing. The Wise Earth speaks to your spirit about writing, free your creativity, writing the natural way, gifts of writing, creative projects with words and art. And then this is another Native American one that's got a variety of different books. So hopefully they will do well. I have never sold Native American or American Indian book lots on eBay before, so I will see what happens. So there's something called tedium when it comes to this type of work, i.e. photographing book lots for sale on eBay. I have to take photos of them. I'm not going to use a stock image because there is no stock image. I don't use stock images anyway, so it's beside the point. So I needed to take photographs of all the individual lots. I've got like 30 or so here. Took all of these here, minus a few I did yesterday, so yay. But it's tedious. And that's part of the work. It's part of this job, part of this business, part of this career of reselling books. Amazon's a lot quicker, but it's still tedious, right? So there's certain parts of this that you have to do over and over and over again. It's very repetitive. It can get very boring, but you can either just plow through it and do it yourself, or you can hire somebody else, which is why a lot of people hire other people. So 2 options, right? You just keep ahead, or you get out of this reselling game and don't bother, or you don't do eBay. Photographed all of these and put them in the notebook, weighed them, and they're all ready to go. Just have to upload the photos at home and start putting those photos in the listings using templates. So I will show you at home how that goes. First of all, I'm going to go home and eat, relax for just a little bit, and then I will upload the photos and start listing using templates and showing you a little bit about that book listing on eBay. So let's go. I'm just cropping these photos for this book lot that I'm listing, which is a Native American book lot. So you just have to go through. It's one of those things you have to do on each listing for eBay, is you've got to crop the photos. Otherwise, they're going to look a little silly. Crop out everything you don't want in there. So this is part of the listing process that you cannot avoid unless you take photos that are exactly the way you want them to look on eBay, which I find to be a bit difficult. And then I select one as the main photo. So the decision is, should I have it be the spines or should I have it be laid out? I'm going to do the spines just because it's 10 of them so that they can see all of them. And then I'm going to move this one up here and this one up here so you can move them around. So they'll see this one first, and then they'll see the covers, and then they'll see the back covers. And then, so I already put the title. So I put lot of 10 Native American books. And then I listed out some of the tribes that are going to be included. And then the next thing I do, well, it's got to be nonfiction, so that's got to be in there. And then I put the condition is good, and then a brief little condition description. And then you need to start selecting topics. English. Okay, so not sure if it has it. Native Americans, it does. So Native Americans. I can also put in there, which I'll probably end up going back and doing. I won't do it on the video here because it'll be pretty boring for you to watch. But I can put in the different tribes. So I'll do that as well. There's a lot of different things you can put in here. There's a lot of books, so I can't put one year. I mean, I could. Also, there's different ones. There's hardcovers and there's paperbacks. But those are other ones you can put if you're doing an individual book or if they're all the same. If it's just one author, of course, you should put the author subjects. I mean, you can put a subject here. What would it be? Not sure. To think about that for a second. Title, of course, you can't put. If it's a series, you can put the series, you can put the publisher. Oh, there's a lot. The more you put, the better. The easier people can find it. So I need to change all of this information. It's going to be 10 Native American books. And then what I do is I actually list the titles. Now, yeah, I mean, I feel that that's better to have the titles in here versus just having them in the photo. So I do like to do that unless there's 100 titles, and I'm not going to list 100 titles, but I'll just put, I'll say some of the titles or a partial title list or something like that. For instance, when I was doing big DVD or CD lots. So this is fixed price. I don't know what I'm going to price this yet, but I always put buy it now, and then I'll let the offers make an let the buyer make an offer. You can also do the automatic thing here if you want, automatically accept or decline offers. So just one quantity, and then the media mail, I will adjust the weight, and then the dimensions are usually I just kind of keep them the same. It doesn't really matter. It's a media mail, so I'll put the weight. Like this one's going to be 6, so it's about 6 pounds. So I'll put 8 pounds, 1 ounce, and then you can do placements here. I don't usually do that though for these. So that's just an example of one book lot that I am listing. I've already listed a bunch of them. I'm about halfway through, and it's Saturday now, so. I was shooting those videos yesterday, Friday, in the warehouse, but today's Saturday, so I will be listing a little bit today. I'll do it here and there throughout the weekend. I try not to work too much on the weekend. I very well could be left Monday to still have to do some, but I'll try to finish them over the weekend, plug them in here and there, and then be done with them. But basically, I have the template for the book lot. It's just that there are certain things like you see that you have to adjust and change. So it can be a little laborious, a little tedious, but that's just part of the deal. Good thing is I don't have the books here with me. I can just rely on the photos and the notebook that I have for all the information I need, so I can just list them out of the book and with the photos and make it really simple, quicker process. And I want to end the video by saying that this is an experiment. I have not sold that many book lots on eBay. I've sold a decent amount, but nowhere near the amount that I've sold of CD lots and DVD lots. And even sold a few VHS lots as well. But book lots, I'm still new to, so I'm still figuring it out. So this is a bit of an experiment where I'm going to see what sells within within these book lots and how long it takes for them to sell, so I can kind of tweak and figure out how to best do this. Because I understand when it's by author or by a series, a book series, it makes a lot of sense to put those together. But doing it by genre is a new way for me to do it, by and large. So I've got to get good at figuring out how many books should go in there into a lot, where I should be pricing them, how long I should expect for them to take to sell, that type of thing. So it's a learning process, and that's what you have to do if you really want to grow your reselling business. Is you have to adapt, you have to learn, you have to experiment. So thankfully, these are not costing me any money, just time, of course, and energy, but it's not costing me money to list them. It's inevitable that some won't sell, right? It's just going to happen, but I will learn a lot during the process, that's for sure. So thanks for watching this video about how I list and photograph and things that go into the process of me trying to sell book lots on eBay. It's a learning process, but we can learn together. And I will let you guys know in another video how the sales have been going for these book lots. Hopefully a lot of them will sell. And I'll have some positive results. And if a lot of them don't sell, well, I will learn something. Learn the hard way sometimes. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure and like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time. Keep booking. Stay safe. Take care.
Wow!